Hello, our boys and girls, our listeners, boys and girls all over the world. Um, unless you identify yourself as a different gender other than male or female,
Everyone's
you can,
welcome.
yeah, you're still welcome, and you can still, let us know what kind of gender you are, so we can, um, we can address it, in the future episodes because we're just a bunch of like idiots here that only knows two genders at this point. But besides the gender, we have just seen. Well, you have just seen actually recently. Um,
You know
uh,
me, I'm always, like watch a movie last second before a podcast just to keep it fresh in my memory. Either that or being lazy.
hey! There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's called whatever comes in. You just let it come into your life. It's
Yeah, I
like
mean,
the
yeah,
like
life is like a box of chocolate, right? You don't know what's inside it.
yeah. Yes. I'm saying more of like Buddhist philosophy because literally today I went to a community like a gathering where we talk a little bit about like Buddhism, and then it's like, oh yeah, there's like this sense of like you know um if bad things comes to you, then just like let the bad things flow through you and let that pass by, and something like that. Like life doesn't always turn out the way you like it, but you just have to keep moving on.
This is
Anyway,
exactly what
back.
happened in that movie. Life didn't go as
Mm,
expected.
yes. Yes. Which yeah. So today the movie we're gonna be talking about is the Kingsmen. Apparently this is a prequel
Yeah,
from
it's a prequel.
the main it's a prequel from the main continuity. So that's actually, I didn't even expect that either. I thought it was like I thought like when I saw the trailer, it's like an alternate reality or something. But actually, at this point, it could actually be that case.
Nah, it's still a
Um,
confirmed
but
prequel.
nah. It's yeah, but okay. So this directed by Matthew Vaughn, starring bunch of pretty well known British actor like Ralph Fiennes, who plays our beloved got your nose villain that you might have known from Harry Potter.
Okay, can you
Remember?
please fix my stupid ass? So I'm being an idiot right now. Is this an
Hmm.
American movie or a British movie? I actually have no idea.
Actually, that is a good question. Technically, uh, okay, it's done by so it is starring British people, but mostly British people.
There's no American actors, right?
Working. I'm pretty sure there are a few, but there
I
have
mean, there are
minor
American
roles.
characters, but you know what I'm talking about, like
There
American
is
actors.
one. There is one like his name is Daniel Bruhl, but I'm not. I forgot like where he exactly came from. I think it's from Austria. I'm mistaken, but yeah, he's not British, but I guess you can say a European production, but
Okay.
yeah. But the weird thing is, it's backed by 20. Actually, now it's called 2020 Fox, is it? When yeah, because Disney bought like most of the property, so they're just left with this and then use. Sad. Okay, but hey, I like the franchise. I myself like the franchise. I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
sure about you.
me too. I really like it.
Mm.
I like the
Yeah,
franchise.
I do. Especially the first movie. That I think that film. It. I think if they have a much better marketing, it could probably be like the new like Millennium like yeah the new new age of James Bond. So you don't give a shit about James Bond anymore. Like this is like the new James Bond that you need to look forward to, but not the Daniel Craig one. Which I mean he himself, he looks like he just want to quit. Which I'm hoping No Time to Die will be his last movie, but I have a feeling that's not the case. You know, but we'll see.
Money.
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 Sony got all those money from the PS4 and no, the PS5 and like all their
And they
exclusives.
sell all the licensed video games. I think there's a
Yes, and
legit
then,
like wasn't there a game for Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace? They're alright.
I actually did play one of them. I'm not sure which one is it. Because the thing is, they're made like so cheap, and I'm pretty sure like they just made in like a few months, you know, just to catch up with like the movie, like they just like to promote. So it's pretty bad. Well, not bad. It's just very mediocre. So it doesn't even matter if you like it or not, because it's like, you know, there's like much better games than this. Heck, even I rather play Golden Eye in the Nintendo 64, the famous best movie to video game adaptation ever until now.
It's practically Counter-Strike. Has nothing to do like it's not anything like the actual movie. Anyway,
Wait, Counter-Strike? There's a movie called Counter-Strike?
No. I'm just saying like the game Counter-Strike, or rather, you know what I'm talking about. It does look like that. You know, like yeah, the multiplayer looks like either that or Halo. Has that feeling, same feeling, right?
I guess so.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, enough of us rambling on different franchise. Kingsman. Oh, all right. Sorry, the Kingsman.
The Kingsman. Okay. All right. Let's hear for our first thoughts of Matthew Vaughn's new film, Kingsman. What do you think about Kingsman?
Okay.
Billy Kuhn.
I need to double check on this. So, have you actually watched the first two movies?
I love the first one. It's a great version of the spy, like the spy trope. They actually make fun of it a lot.
Version, really?
Yeah.
That's how you see it. I suppose it suffered some expectation.
I think at this point I should stop using the word subversion, because I keep on like using it almost every single review since like I think since Come and See.
Yeah,
which Come and See is also, I mean, yes, it is kind of a little bit of a subversion, because I did not even expect a Soviet country, like a Soviet production doing this kind of thing. This thing. I don't know why I say thing.
But okay, if you have to summarize the first two movies in one sentence, how would you describe it?
First one is sleek. It's very not intense. It's like concisely built together, like put together. It's literally like how they actually made, like how the movie actually portrays itself, like as its own brand. It's like sleek, gentleman, and like the phrase "manners maketh man," which is, I think that's the best way to kind of put like the first movie. Yeah, it's chef's kiss, right? Second movie, I think Matthew Vaughn smoked too much acid, like took too much acid. So I still kind of like it though. There's like a lot of creative stunts here and there. Yeah, a lot of really impressive set pieces there. Not so much for the ending, like the reveal of Agent Whiskey become like actually like what I
think it's silly, but I still like the fight.
Yeah, the fight is actually pretty good. Even I actually did make like a like I replaced the original song that they put in that fight with the Freebird from the church scene from the first Kingsman. That's how much I like. Yeah. I just did that on YouTube. I might put that in the description, but I might forget after I finish publishing this video. But I'll see if it's still there. I'm pretty sure it's still there. But yeah, that's like the verse two. First one is sleek, it's nice, manners make it men. Second one, it's more like man fall down from grace. Like slowly falling down the steps, and then just like limping through the floor in pain. And then the third movie, which is this one, well, not really the third, but in terms of release date, this one is more like so after like Colin Firth's like character, after he's limping, and then at the end of the door there is a shining beam of light, and then there's Rasputin, just waiting to basically suck his toes dry.
Oh yeah, that's a weird scene. But anyway, that's like the reason that I want to ask you that, right? Just because like I think I came watching I came to this movie coming with an expectation that it'll be like the last two Kingsman movie, which for me the easiest way for me to describe it is like crazy action scenes and creative and like high energy camera work, which I feel like it's absent in this movie. So I came out really disappointed.
Like interesting.
Like it's a bit funny. I think in terms of story and maturity, it's definitely much better than the previous one.
Really?
Yeah,
really?
Like maybe okay. If it's not better, then at least like on par, which I like because like it's a story about father and son. Although there are a few story beats that I think that's a bit silly. But but the thing is, it's just that I really want to see all those actions, like having the camera follows the character, and you see like how the punches, like how the like you see the camera follows the punches and how it transitions to the next scene, and etc. This one, unfortunately, to admit that this is I feel like a generic action movie. Like some of the fight scenes and the set pieces themselves. Like, and how to put this? It's like I won't say that it's completely devoid of energy, but some fight scenes, it's like the first half can be a bit flat, and then and then it gets better, and like by the time you realize it's already finished, so it never get to that level. Like, what do you think about the fight scenes? Because honestly, I'm really sensitive when it comes to
I also agree with the fight scenes. I also agree with that too. I don't know why, like in 2021 there's a lot of actually pretty decent movies that came out, like Matrix Resurrection. Man, maybe okay, I have a feeling so if you don't like this one, you probably won't when we like Matrix Resurrections.
So you're saying the fights themselves are somewhat flat, right? Where you just like have a static camera and then they have a cut, like standard fights. And like, don't get me wrong, it's not. I'm not saying it's horribly bad, but this is definitely lower than the other Kingsman movie. Like, remember the fight in the church scene in the first Kingsman movie? And then when 𝓟𝓸𝓽𝓪𝓽𝓪, wait, is that guy's name, right? 𝓟𝓸𝓽𝓪, he infiltrate the secret lair later on, and then like but you can actually see them utilizing tools that gentlemen use, like for example the umbrella and like glasses and etc. Utilize like the hyper tech version of them. It's like as a bullet shield, and then like you see how the choreography is very fast paced, and like the songs really like has fast pace and a high like I'll keep saying high energy intensity over and over. And then you have the second movie as well, like the final fight between the two Kingsman agent and with the one rogue state minister agent, right? And there are a few fights even before that, like for example the movie start with the fight in the taxi, remember?
Actually, like the only thing that I really love in the second movie is that one. I think like in the whole franchise, I think that's like my favorite one, like by far. It's actually somehow better than the church scene.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like somehow they managed to make a lot of crazy movement in such a tight space, right?
Yeah, and the thing is that if you still look at the behind the scenes, it's like, wow, they actually do that for real. Like I thought it was like they do it in like it's like some sort of soundstage or like somewhere, like in there.
Pretty crazy, right?
I don't know. Yeah. Like they actually like have to like I think they actually lock down like in fact, well not actually lock down like the whole London. No, I mean like it's like a specific spot in London they have to use to film like that particular way, and they're like, wow, actually, oh, they actually do for real. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so wait, what? That's actually what's his name again? Taron Egerton, like actually it's like fucking like hanging on the roof. Wow.
But then
I mean, it's not as impressive as John Wick. Yeah, yeah.
no, but it has its own style, definitely, because John Wick is much grounded, right? And coming here watching Kingsman, I don't expect realism. I expect like high intensity, crazy shit happen, right? That's what I'm here for. And then Kingsman 3, how to put this? It tries to be grounded. No, I disagree. Like sometimes it go a bit hyper realist. Like how to put this? Like a generic action. I should say. So you can't really call it grounded, but it's not quite. Honestly, like the whole movie. I'm sorry, like I have to rant about fight scenes because I really like watching like Hong Kongese martial arts movie and John Wick and The Raid. I love them, so I have to rant all about fight scenes. And then like I think the best fight scenes in this movie, right, is the remember when wait, what's that guy? What's the kid's name? Right, Conrad, right? Conrad volunteer to recover a piece of intel in the no man's land, and then they fight against the German in the in silently. Like that's really cool. Because, yeah.
That's cool. They put down like their guns on the ground, and then they put out like their knives. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Like,
is that like did that actually like happen? Like, I mean, obviously they somewhat fictionalize some stuff, but
of course.
I mean, like, hang on, like, it's okay. I'm not a history buff as much as you, but is that actually even possible, like, back then, or does it actually like happen like sometimes, or?
Well, I don't know if any such incident ever happened. You know, like where it has this gentleman agreement at the start, where both sides agree to go on a melee fight. And just because like if they're too loud, they will get shot, even probably by their own side, right?
And and somebody actually used a gun,
just because to save Conrad, right? And he knows the risks, so he got shot, and we actually don't know if he got shot from his side or their side, but I don't think it matters, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but still though, it's like it does like that high intensity energy fight. I just appreciate it just because, you know, like, hey, at least they're trying to go for a different take on the fight. And then and then the fight with Rasputin, I'll say that they have a good idea with the choreography, but I feel like something's lacking with the camera work.
Because I could be wrong. I haven't checked yet, but I think the cameraman is different from like the first two movies. Because the thing in the first two movies that you can tell is probably the same team working on it. But this one, I think is I think the only one who came back is Matthew Vaughn, and that's it. like they have like completely different like second unit like director for like the fight scenes, completely different people for like, you know, like all these different departments. And it was like, okay, I guess I can make a movie now.
I don't remember the exact specific details whether Matthew Vaughn himself is a stuntman, but I did watch an episode on Corridor Crew, right? Stuntman React. The guy who directed that fight scene, the taxi fight scene in the second movie, the one that you really like, he's actually a stuntman, and he's the second unit director. That direct the whole thing.
I mean, the thing is like usually stuntmen they are working as second unit directors, because that's the point of a second unit director. Because the thing is like, if you want to make a really good fight scene, you need like completely different department specializing in that. Because the main director, he or she or whatever gender, right? They only can specialize on like, okay, how can you make like this movie to tell like a very cohesive, nice story to the audience. That's their main job. Their job is not really. I mean, if they can, I mean, if they had the talent to do it, which most don't, that's great. But usually, you know, just, you know, save time, and also to also, you know, like, because people need jobs, right? So they might as well like get a different department like specializing in that. So that's what the second unit team is supposed to do. Yeah. But yeah, I do agree. The fight scenes, the choreography could be better. Even though I'll be honest, um,
It's pretty good if
the
you compare to other movies, but
the
Rasputin's fight.
I like Rasputin has his own style of fighting. You're just
Oh yeah,
like
it's like a ballet dancer, right? Yeah, I
yes.
do like that. I legit do.
Mm.
I just feel like man, only the camera work is a bit better.
I think that one is also with like the way it's also just overallly choreographed, like just the way they. I mean, do you know, like in movies, like when they actually fight, it's actually more like a dance than an
Yeah, it
actual,
is. It is. Of
like
course, like
fighting.
you have to
Yeah,
rehearse, right?
yeah, you need to rehearse. But so I'm thinking like I think the pacing for that one is comparatively slower compared to like the church scene or the taxi chase in the second movie. Uh, I think just naturally because the movie's pacing is already slow anyway. So if you have like a super intense like high stakes high paced fight scene, it might it might feel a bit off, but I mean it's still, I mean obviously it can work, but I think for this film I don't have like a big problem with that because the thing is that what I like here is they kind of like, oh, it's like, hey, guys, we know you want to see some of that, but we gonna tell you an alternate reality of World War I with with like so many people well no, yeah, like so there's like basically all those big names, politicians and historical figures on back in World War I. Let's make most of them into like assassins.
Yeah.
They're all like involved in like this big conspiracy. Like organization called what is it called? Is it called like
The flock, I think.
yeah, they call it called the flock. It's like oh man,
Yeah, led by the
I,
shepherd.
I love I love how dumb this shit is. But the thing is like it's like with the I like the fact that they use historical figures to tell the story, but they're also like kind of making fun of history itself at the same time. So in its own way, it actually just becomes a borderline satire. If that makes sense to you, because the thing is
Mm,
that yeah, like the famous like the one that I like is like the boss of the flock, right? He tells like one of the guys to assassinate what's his name, King Ferdinand, is it?
Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
Yeah, so France for the nerd. Yeah, so I think if I'm mistaken, like the real story is that he actually um uh hang on, let me like actually wait, okay, could you help me on this one? Like how did the assassination really happen compared to what I was in the film?
So it's actually somewhat accurate. Although in
Oh,
reality, it's been
okay.
done by many different people. So there's a
Oh,
group called the Black Hand, right? So they're like
mhm.
pro-Serbian movement.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like they're separatists. Um,
Hmm.
so someone did chuck a bomb at the car,
Hmm.
but the Duke survived, and I think it did hit some. It did hit another car, and then
Oh.
like what the movie shows, right?
Hmm.
Is that they took the alleyway, but they
Hmm.
went to the dead end, and that's where he got shot. So it plays out very accurately. I don't know the part because there's is it's a bit weird, but in between the two assassination attempt in the movie, right? He went to a
Hmm.
meeting. I don't know in reality if he actually went to a meeting or so or sort, because the thing is it
He
happened
probably
really quickly. It's just like
he probably
he
does.
survived.
Probably does.
Hmm?
He probably does.
Oh, I don't know. Probably he didn't. That's my take. I might be wrong. So if any of you are more familiar with this area, please.
If any of you are history experts, please correct us because we're
Yeah.
just yeah, we're just lonely sad potatoes who needs
But
more friends.
yeah, speaking of history, or
Hmm.
rather legend, right? You know what could have been they could have done better. Like I
Yeah.
like their portrayal of Rasputin. I think it's on the spot.
It is. It is. It
Yeah,
is.
it's like this
Um,
manipulative guy who's just basically whoring his way into the royalty, and and do all the weird dodgy stuff and mysticism.
Is it like I mean like obviously in the movie he does come out as like this weird guy, like
He is weird.
it's like during like your family dinner, like when you invite like all of your family members and your relatives together, and then it's always like every family member, every family dinner, there's always this one oddball, like in the corner. Like Rasputin kind of feels like that. But the thing is that
he is
okay,
weird. He
obviously
is a mysticist.
in the film, I mean they basically amp up his weirdness obviously to like the max, but I'm not sure how accurate is he as in the is he okay, obviously he might not be that weird, because if he is, he might not even be in the in the
Who
kingdom, right?
knows?
After
Who
all,
knows?
who knows? Really? Huh.
Who knows? Like, because
Yeah,
this guy is shrouded in mystery. Nobody really knows. Yeah,
Oh, really?
exactly. Because like a lot of people who wrote about him, right, are practically either pro royal monarchy, so because like he's close to the monarchy, so they write him in a good light, or they really hate him how he has influence. So it's like it's very biased. It's really hard to write about him usually. But you know what they could have done better in the movie? Well, this part is not necessarily historically accurate, but the legend of how he died.
Actually, I did read somewhere on the YouTube comments, like for like Rasputin's like fight in the Kingsman movie. They said that all the pinpointers of him, like, oh, he's trying to get drugged by like people like with like this cake. That's kind of accurate. And then it's like, oh yeah, he got shot. Yeah, it's accurate. And then he somehow well, not drowned, but he was submerged in like a cold pool. Yeah, that happened too.
No,
but obviously, like, all
but the
these
thing
like
is, it happened
pinpoint
over a long
events.
period of time, and he got stabbed
Yeah.
multiple times by like 4 different people. It's like like 20 like multiple stab wound, and then like I think he got off somewhere. He got shot. He fallen into the river, and then like the legend said that during his autopsy, they actually determined that he didn't die of blood loss. He died of hypothermia. So that means all the bullet, all the stab wound, all the bullet wound didn't kill him. It's the cold water that killed him. And he got shot and stabbed a lot. So heck, on TV tropes there is a trope called Rasputinian death, just to show like how crazy, like how to put this, like how gory and like how tough the guy is to for him to die. Yeah, and which honestly they kind of touch on this point in the movie. So they tried to poison him. It didn't work.
They
got stabbed,
did.
right?
Yeah,
he got stabbed, and then
he got stabbed.
yeah, and then Orlando Oxford tried to drown him. That didn't work.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
Polly shot him in the head. But I feel like they could have made him like this mystical man where like he just cannot die until he takes like heavy beating. But like it's fine as it is. I just wish that it's
Pretty sure bullet to your head, you're most likely dead. Beating, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I just hope that like it took them many like a lot of crazy effort just to kill him. No,
they kind of did a lot of stuff. Like actually, most, I mean, like they all actually got injured, like, but trying to like beat this.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like he's freakishly strong, right?
Yeah,
also, actually, right. Before that fight, it's a weird scene, isn't it? Like how he healed Oxford's leg.
Yes.
Just like
I love it. Like, oh yes, I'm gonna heal your wounds. He starts licking his leg. Oh yes.
and then like Oxford enjoy it, and I'm so confused. Like, is he hypnotized? Because he started talking, talking about his intention. Like, was it hypnotism or suggestion or even seduction? I have no idea. I'm so confused.
Hey, he's the man of mysticism. You never know. You can never understand. He's like, I don't even think, even the real guy, I don't even think he's actually human. You can just be like an undocumented alien who just comes into Russia and is like, oh hi, would you like to come to the kingdom? It's like, oh yes, I would like to meet the king. And that's how the history falls. Yeah. What else? I
How about
also
the story itself in general?
the
The
story is good.
relationship between the father
I
and
like
son.
this. Oh yeah, that one that's actually um I would say that like that part is done much better in comparison to Eggsy and um Colin Firth's character in the first two movies.
Hmm?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I think it makes it even more impactful because the kid, spoiler alert, he died. Okay, in the war, which I didn't even expect at all. Like, whoa, okay,
Gets shot by
shit.
his own side, by the way.
Yeah, he has it by his own side just because they think that he's a spy. Like, what?
Hmm.
Is that common?
Who knows? Maybe. Oh, potentially. Because
No, no,
like
no,
paranoia
no.
is a real thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I mean, obviously, like these kind of spies do exist, but getting shot like by your own like teammates, like in the, I mean, yeah, in like those like trenches, like is it normal?
I mean,
Even I mean,
like
yeah, like
it's.
in like intentionally because like they thought you were like working for them or something.
I don't know about those kind of cases, but I do know that deserters get shot often. Like yeah, like
Oh.
that's often the case.
Mm.
So and like spy, who knows? Who knows?
Mm.
But yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
paranoia
the
is
thing
real.
is,
Yeah.
I like, yeah, but the thing is that I like here is that, so because the fact that he died, because I thought we're gonna have like a big role like later on, which the movie is hinting that he is going to have that, but no, but oh okay, so it does make you feel like, oh, these characters are vulnerable. Um, there is, and now I'm starting to think like, oh, like okay, so Oxford is like, like his basically his comrades, right? Um, if they actually die, it's also very possible, and he could be like the last man standing. It's like, oh, okay, I kind of. I have a feeling that the story's gonna be like that, but it's not. But I was like, it's possible. And I don't mind either. It's like you got like this tension, like in like just running through your veins. You just don't know what's gonna happen. I kind of like that feeling. Um, but the thing I don't really like is they're trying to play this like cliche, like who is the bad guy? And then
Yeah.
when they reveal the bad guy, it's like,
Oh, yeah, but then
yeah,
we don't
of
reveal like.
course.
Okay. Like I kind of already expect that, but at the same time, it's not like wow. It's just like oh, okay. It's like it's just a flat surprise.
Do you know what I would wish if it's his son?
That's dumb, honestly. That's super dumb.
Yeah. I mean, no, the thing is like the movie. I mean, like the way they set the villain is already very stupid. So if they actually do that, I don't mind either.
Yeah, because we already established that he's Scottish, right?
Yeah, he's Scottish. He's Scottish. Hmm. And I mean, I think the thing is like what it gives like a big clue is because he has like a lot of like lambs and like flocks of sheep. Is that how you call it, like flocks of sheep? I don't know.
Flock
I'm
of
not. I'm
ships.
not. I'm not English. What? What?
Like a flock of sheep, yeah.
Yeah, a flock of sheep. So I think that's like a really big hint. And
Well, they're
I
actually goats, by the way.
uh, sorry, goats.
Mountain
The very
goats, sort of, I guess.
mountain goats. That's not Scottish accent at all. Sorry if I'm
Yeah.
offending Scottish people who are listening now. But yeah, I think it's like, yeah. I think it's kind of the similar problem with Matrix Resurrections. They play it way too safe with their concept here, because like, yeah, I kind of agree with it. They could do way more with their gadgets, way more with
Yeah,
their
that's the thing.
heck, even actually I was expecting like, oh, maybe they could have like like a montage of like scenes of the bad guys are trying to make like this crazy crazy tech, and it's like okay, so like the one that we see in the film, right? Is oh, you have like a sword that has like a mini pistol like attached to it. It's like, okay, that's subtle and cute. I like that, but like, maybe.
Oh, speaking of the sword, I have one big gripe, right? In the
Yeah.
final fight, Oxford actually will his sword on the back Like, it's a back carry sword. Like, why would you do that? This is not like ninja or some whip shit like that. Like, you're Englishman. Put your sword properly on your hip or something. You're a knight.
Maybe the real manners make it man is the scars all off. Wow, what a twist! You see, the movie's trying to play tricks on you. You see, that's the real, that's the real gentleman.
It's like the Robot Chicken version of M. Night Shyamalan. Like, what a twist!
Yeah. Oh man.
But anyway,
it's like Matthew. Come on, you have so many ideas with the first and second one. I'm pretty sure you can do something with this one. You know, especially like in World War One. Like, imagine like they could have like a steampunk version of I don't know, like let's say one of the okay, like let's say if like the guy who inject cyanide into his body, yeah, the guy who killed King Ferdinand, right? Sorry, I skip butchering his name. Is it King Ferdinand or is it
Ferdinand? Franz Ferdinand.
Franz Ferdinand. Yeah. So the guy who assassinated him is like, so like he eats cyanide to basically trying to like not get caught, right, and not face guilty charges. Maybe I don't know, like maybe don't kill him. I mean, maybe you can kill him, but then like later on when like around the end of the film he comes back as like half robot. Like a half like humanoid, like a steampunk version. It's like oh man, like you could do some crazy shit like that, because the thing is like you already did with the second one, so might as well like put that in here, because the thing is like the combat is already quite serious, but it's also kind of stupid if you really think about it, which I think is like, okay, maybe you can implement. Like, obviously you don't go too far with the second one. I think that's like the biggest mistake with the second one, is like they went way too comical. The point is already like a cartoon, right? But here is but the thing is like maybe you can have a little bit more than what you're dealing with now, and somehow it still works with the context of the whole narrative, the whole world building that you did. Because the thing is like when I saw like Gemma, the maid who gets like involved with the Kingsmen. What's her name again?
Sorry, what?
The maid who gets involved. What's her name again?
The man who gets involed.
No.
Oh, the maid, Polly. Right?
The maid, yes. Oh, sorry.
Polly,
yeah.
Yeah, so, the gunslinger, right?
Yeah, the gunslinger. So I was like, wait, that's it? You just shoot guns, like just normal guns, like really? Like you don't like, because I was expecting like if it's a gunslinger, so I was expecting like, wow, imagine like she makes her own modifications, and then she has like her own like modified assault, and then rifle with like I don't know some. I don't know, like a bullet when it gets shot, and then when it hits the enemy, it becomes like a firework or something, and like something crazy like that, but it still like works in the universe. But they didn't do anything with that. It's like, okay.
I feel like I think it's okay if they went historically inaccurate. Like for example, right? Okay,
I mean, it's already inaccurate. So like, I don't think they should try to like make it. I don't think Vaughn should do it play it too safe, because like it's already inaccurate. You just might as well just like go all the way, But obviously, you don't go too far.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Now I'm looking up when did submarine was invented, because I was surprised there's actually a submarine in. Oh, okay, they are already widely available in World War One. Take it back. But if you went for historical inaccuracy, there's actually an interesting weapon that they could have introduced in this movie, and then, like they can just hand away with it, like, oh yes, we make it and then we keep it secret for ourselves. Is that there's something called a glove gun, where it's basically like it's a glove, right? And on top of a glove is literally a gun, but the trigger is not something that. The trigger is actually you trigger the gun shooting by punching someone.
Wait, what? A glove gun?
Yeah, a glove gun where it fires if you hit something, like if you punch something, because it has this like little piston that you can press upon, which basically something that you punch. So if you punch it on someone's face, it's practically like you have shooting bullet to that guy's face.
Let me look this up. I'm actually very curious.
Yeah, I know it's a World War II weapon, but well, introduce it if they want to add some crazy stuff. Or actually, if they want to go for
oh my god! Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh.
But if you're interested, it's actually present in Inglourious Bastard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Tarantino. But if you want to go for World War I specific like accurate weapon, then there's like this finger gun. Well, I mean, it's called a finger gun, but it's still like a handheld weapon. But it's so small. It's freaking small. It's like probably like 2 or 3 finger size. It's just a very small caliber. Like honestly, I don't think it's lethal, but hey, if you use a gun in a story where there's people who are very damn accurate, like you can shoot it on someone's throat or someone's eye, like it can inflict massive damage. It's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
And then what else? That's another interesting weapon that's from War One. Oh, actually, it's not a weapon, but per se, but it's actually very interesting for spy work. Is that, do you know people actually paint 𝓟𝓸𝓽𝓪𝓽𝓪 as a recon tower?
What do you mean by recon tower?
So you know, like how in No Man's Land, like you know the concept of No Man's Land, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
I've seen the shit like many times, like at this point.
Yeah. So basically, like there are artists who are employed by the military to practically make a fake tree, like a fake tree trunk, or even fake horse.
Wow, fake horse?
Yeah, like a fake dead horse to be precise.
Wow. Okay.
But the point is that you put in the middle of the battlefield, but it's actually made of paper mache or even steel sometimes, and you can put someone inside as a recon. And I think that's very fitting, right, for a spy movie. Like you hide inside a fake tree.
Matthew Vaughn, would you like us to be part of the art directing department? We would love to, because considering now I kind of need money. Please hire us. We would love to work with you. No, I mean even as just somebody who just can just spit out some ideas. I mean, even if we get paid like what $10, I don't mind either. Because at least hey, I that's my idea in that movie. You see that, Mom and Dad? I did that. Well, not me, but I came up with that idea, and I can just show it to my kids one day.
I have another crazy idea, right? It's just on top of my head. If you want to go for something that's unrealistic, but something that's actually, I think, fitting in the movie, right? Is that, how about if you have your like tie, right? Your tie, and then just have it have razor edge, so you can actually cut people's heads off with it. So just take off the tie, and then it's a weapon, yeah. No, not necessarily a whip, but basically like how in some fight movies where they basically use some sort of a cloth just to block attack and all, and then sometimes to strangle people.
They actually did in this film too.
Yeah, they did. No, but that's for such a inconsequential scene though, where Oxford utilized this woman's scarf, right?
Yeah.
But imagine if it's a tie with blades on it.
Oh.
I don't know. That's my idea.
Mm.
We're just theory crafting right now. Like, what do you think, Wilson? Like, what kind of spy gadget that might be realistic in this setting? Like, I'm not talking about that plasma whip or whatever that guy used in
yeah. I'm not too sure, because my knowledge of World War I is quite limited to people, misunderstandings, people who want power, and a bunch of poor young boys who just get drafted because why not, Yeah, for the country,
for king and country,
or for kings and countries. So in this case, is kings and queens for countries. I don't know if that's even the phrase. But yeah,
Oh wow,
honestly,
we barely touch upon the story, right? Honestly, we
I
just
mean,
talk about the
I mean, okay,
settings and all.
no. The thing is, to be fair, the story is good. All right, I actually really like it a lot. But um, I don't think it's enough to actually even make it like make up for the cons that we just point out. If that makes sense. I mean, it's really good. It's really good. It's actually better. Yeah, like I said, it's better than the first two movies with his relationship or like his relationship with like the old man. Um, but if actually, I mean, I think you even like trying to get a bit more like at least like the writing team like can put like a bit more personality for Polly and like the what's the black guy's name? You know,
Shola?
Shala, yeah, Shala, because they're just kind of there also. Just like is like hey, I'm Sir Oxford. If you need anything, you can just call us up, yeah. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, sure, my yeah. And then they just like they just like go back in the back of the workshop and just pretty much just disappear for like the rest of the movie until Oxford is like, okay, I quit my alcohol. Let's get to work. It's like
Yeah, it
okay,
resolved too fast.
it's way too fast. And even probably like trying to quit her job, like just like kiss him is like okay, and then Oxford is like, hey, like no, Polly, you come back here. You're hired. It's like
And
okay, that's really
yeah,
weird.
and personally, like I didn't like. I think I won't be surprised if Conrad will die, right? But at the very least, I thought that he wouldn't die. Fighting in the front line. I thought like after their fight against Rasputin, he is convinced to fight like in a different way rather than in being in the front line. You know, like basically work with his dad to stop the war. I thought like Conrad wouldn't die in the front line. I thought like he'll find purpose in stopping the war by
Mm,
like working with his dad and
mm,
stop the flock, right?
mm. Yeah.
But yeah, because that's the thing though. Like he is actually competent, right? Because he actually saved the Duke in the first assassination attempt because he
Yeah.
practically baseball hit the bomb using his
Oh
umbrella.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which honestly I
That's
find it
fucking
cool.
badass. It's
Yeah,
really
that's
badass.
badass, and I wish there's
Yeah.
more of those, right? And
Mm,
later on, he did like help fight the fight against Rasputin. Like almost died, but still good attempt.
mm.
Yeah. I mean, like not to say that I suppose that it's a bit underwhelming that the story took this approach, but at the same time, it did present a huge stake, right? Where him actually died in the battlefield and died in the
I
most tragic death.
the thing I like also like here is that like the main characters like they keep on getting after every fight they went through like at least like the hand to hand ones,
Yeah.
they usually come out like injured, like you got like a lot of scratches, a lot of like bleeding here and there, just like yeah
We're talking about Oxford.
I like that.
Oxford fixed his leg after his fight against Rasputin. How is that injured?
Well, he's still I no actually he's still kind of like, I mean, yeah, his leg is fixed, but he still got a lot of injuries, like even after the fight. You remember? Because
Yeah.
even you're struggling to like, you see, like Rasputin is able to like withstand like all the stabbings from like three
Not
guys.
enough, but go on.
Yeah, like sorry.
Not enough stabbing.
He's not stabbing, and
Yeah.
then he just like the thing is like he somehow like he looks like he enjoys it, so he just like keeps like pushing his hand through the blade or something.
Like seriously though,
Which is like
maybe I
yeah,
should just
damn.
go to like either Google review or go to IMDb and just like give it like 3 out of 5 star, and I'll just write not enough. Rasputin didn't get stabbed enough or get shot enough.
Actually, I did hear I did look through like some people said that they kind of wish that Rasputin would be like the main villain, which actually makes
I
it
agree though.
way more entertaining, which I also do agree.
Yeah, he has this
Um,
like crazy antic about him, right? And this
mm,
like his character, real life character, has this mysticism. So it's a much better villain than Morton, right? Because that's the thing. Morton's like, he's just whine all the time. It doesn't feel threatening.
He sounds like your typical Roblox bully.
Roblox bully. Oof.
Oof.
It's like, they take my sandcastle. I'll take their sandcastle.
Yes. Well, in this case, I think if you put a TNT in their house and then it explodes, and then they also do the same thing, except they put a bigger TNT. You see, and that's how World War II. That's how World War One starts. Wow. All right, closing thoughts. I think we're running out of time now. Any final closing statements?
Okay, here's the thing. As much as I complain about the movies, right? I still think that it's actually somewhat decent movie. If only the prequel, sorry, not the prequel. The other two movies come out. So that's why I really have high expectation, and especially in the action department. But I still think that it's worth watching. I watch it with Tao, right, my partner. She actually never watched any other Kingsman movie before, and she enjoyed it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's still a good movie, and it has some sad moments and like some powerful moments too.
I came in actually like the complete opposite expectations. Like, I thought this is gonna suck a lot because given the track record for 20th Century Fox, it's like, well, yeah, the X-Men properties suck, yes. But the thing is, like, because they got most of their stuff is like bought by Disney, and then apparently Disney didn't bought this for some reason, which is actually kind of weird. So it's like, and then the thing is, like, I know that the second movie, it's not really my forte. So I was coming in, it's like, yeah, this is at least gonna be freaking either mediocre or really, really bad.
To be completely honest with you, right?
I was kind of wrong, because I actually I like 70% of it. It's still the majority, which I would still give, like, I would confidently give a seven Rasputins out of 10 Rasputins.
Yeah, like, honestly, I wouldn't know how to rate this really, because my perception's already been clouded by the first movies, and unlike you, when I watch the second movie, I just turn off my brain and just here for the action, which it definitely did deliver. But yeah, if it's me, I'll rate the third movie maybe 6 out of 10.
I think you tried not to use the word third movie, because the actual third movie is coming out very, very soon.
Wait, the next Kingsman movie?
Yeah, Kingsman 3. Like, yeah, Kingsman The Secret Service 3. Okay. Yeah, I think I have a feeling they're wrapping up now, like the filming. So it might drop. The trailer might drop maybe in a few months.
They better actually up the action scene again just to make it up for
this. I mean, I'm very sure.
I need my action porn, man.
I hope Matthew Vaughn listens to our podcast, and also listens to a lot of people's angry comments in the, and also obviously just like critics too, saying that, like, man, this is boring, man, bro, come on, where are all the spectacle and action scenes? What happened to you?
From my quick survey, from my quick survey of the the internet opinion on this one, they actually a lot of people enjoyed the movie because of the story, but a lot do note that the lowered energy level when it comes to the action here. So yeah, that's it. That's it from me. Any notes from you?
It's good, but it's too safe. That's all. I think that's the best way. The best way to describe this one. First one is top quality gentleman. Second one is gentleman goes to the bar and then drank too much wine. Drank too much alcohol.
Yeah, and then this one, like, gentlemen actually go to front line and then come home getting PTSD.
Okay. that's all for today. That's all for the podcast. I think the next one will be another weekly report. We might talk about. I might actually bring up maybe one or two disturbing films, if that even considered as disturbing films. But yeah,
Actually,
maybe you might.
like,
Mhm.
you know my tolerance level, right? Because the thing is, like, I couldn't finish the platform, and I watched the Human Centipede, and I still think it's the most disgusting movie ever. Well, I suppose.
Have you seen American Psycho?
I think I have. I forgot. I forgot
okay.
all the content. Yeah.
But you did see through like from beginning to end, right?
Well, back then, because I have access to HBO, so I watched from the middle to the end. Never watched the first one.
Okay. So okay, then I think because I might bring up the house that Jack built, which is actually surprisingly good as yeah, it's like an artsier version of American Psycho.
Artsier.
Then I think like the next and then after that weekly report we might probably do. Actually, maybe we not even do like an episode like for that week. I might have to skip because I got like some uni work.
Right.
But after that, I think we might
man.
do. After that, I think we're gonna do. What's the other one that we have? There's a Korean movie. Oh no, The Orbital Children. Yeah, a new Japanese anime. Yeah. Don't worry, you fucking weeps. we still love you. Okay, we love you dear to your heart. Yeah.
You know what? Like, if we're going to the weep route, I can't wait for October. I will make you watch Chainsaw Man. I will fly. I'll fly to your city and just like hide in your wardrobe, and then by the time you come home, just gonna tie you, like hog tie you, and like put a duct tape on your eyelid just to keep it open, and make you watch Chainsaw Man.
I don't even have a wardrobe here, so I think it might even hide in my mini fridge, which I don't think you can even fit. But you know,
or maybe I'll hide in the door next to you. You know, like I'm in your next door, and by the time you open the door,
actually, you can just hide underneath my bed. I think that's like much more discreet and much more simpler. Yeah. I don't know why I'm giving you. I don't know why I'm giving you ideas, but. Anyway, so that's all for today.
Be a good partner in crime, right?
Ew.
Anyway, that's it for today, folks. I hope we see you all next time. Bye.
Bye, Oni-chan. Bye.